Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wimpy Studio, and today I'm here with a brand new video for you guys. I'm here, and we are going to be talking about Heartland Season 14, Episode 5, titled Outsiders, and I'm here with my mom, mduhzay.
Hey guys.
So we just watched the episode right here, and we have an early review. I was not expecting to post this, but we had to switch some stuff around, and our one calls the Heart Season 8 preview, and now be on Wednesday. Which we are excited to do that as well, but I thought I would go ahead and post this one pretty early. So I thought this episode was pretty. I thought it was good. I think that I enjoyed everything. It definitely felt some development, and I think all the characters. I think it leaves room. I mean, this is like the mid-season point, so half the season's already over. But I thought that there was a good development, and I thought that definitely had the episode was funnier. I thought the lines I heard you laughing at more often than usual. But what did you think?
I thought it was a really good episode as well. I think you can kind of feel that we're halfway through. I mean, you see some healing with Amy, you see some Lou kind of settling into her role as mayor. So, yeah, I think it was just a good, solid Heartland episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I thought we would go ahead and start out with Amy and the wild horses. So the horse that she took in a few episodes back beat up the black stallion that her and Ty worked on a while ago. So that was just kind of bringing up memories for her and how she wanted to save that horse because it reminded her of her and Ty. Obviously, there's a lot of memories still there because it's like, it's still something recent, but like she wanted that to also be a memory that she had with Ty because she didn't want to lose that as well, which I think makes sense. I like how now the horse storylines with Amy at least can have a little bit more like depth to them because there can be like this one was about Ty, so I found myself I'm typically not fond of like a random client horse kind of like that storyline, but I thought this one was different and I thought that was meaningful. What did you think?
Oh, definitely. I mean, this particular horse, there's history with it. And history with Ty, which makes it more meaningful for Amy. Amy saw the herding horse and says to herself, I want to help this horse. I want this horse to live, and she didn't have that with Ty, so she was really adamant about caring for the needs of this horse. So it was just a step in her healing over her grief of Ty, losing
Mm-hmm.
Ty.
There was another horse I remember, the ghost horse,
Mm-hmm.
White Appaloosa.
Yes.
But like this is something different. But that one also had something to do with Ty.
It did, and
So
I imagine that one could still come around.
yeah.
It seems to come in and out, different
Hmm.
episodes, different
Well, like
seasons.
Amy's, like her storylines about like horses. So like if it was like Lou who say like Peter or Mitch died, for instance, it wouldn't be about horses. But with Amy, it's more about horses. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that they have more opportunities to bring horses like that back for more emotional connections.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so maybe like maybe Ghost will come back. But I thought that this was good to have just to have Amy wanting to save that because she wasn't able to save Ty, and also like a memory that she could hold of Ty. And I did like that scene at the end with Amy and Jack saying that, I can't promise that you'll stop seeing him, but soon those memories will keep you warm like a blanket.
Yes, that was good.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're going to comfort instead of haunt you, and that's good.
Jack's
Yeah.
just the voice of reason, and I like that about him.
He's wise. Yeah.
Mhm. So moving over to the baseball storyline, the rodeo grounds have burned down from the fire last episode, and they need to get more. They need to have something to raise money, and baseball was the idea that they came up with because Sam from last season is a professional baseball player and he has a baseball diamond. So Jack and Tim talk to him, and at first he's like, "Get off of my property," which he was the one who stole Tim's horse last season. If you remember that, I mean, it was
Yeah.
so long ago, but
Yeah.
he was the one who stole his horse and then shot at that drone that Luke got.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that Tim was was flying in the air. But like I don't know, it almost didn't feel like there was much history. It almost was like a new character, but like I think that still fit in when it came to like the horse storyline. But before that, I thought the idea of baseball was pretty fun. Something that the show has not done before. Did you like it?
I did. I expected it to be something horse related. So when they said softball, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So yeah, and I think it was, once again, it was a really good fundraiser and had a lot of healing for multiple people in it. So yeah, it was cool.
hmm I thought that Caleb on the field was hilarious.
Yes, very.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know a little bit about baseball? Caleb, I
Caleb.
guess.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like, we have people like Tim who are like, he doesn't play baseball, but he knows enough about it or to be a leader. And then you have people like Caleb who knows nothing.
Yeah.
Um, but the baseball went good. I think it was kind of nice to see everyone playing, even like Lou and Amy, and just to like like see, um, just see everyone coming together, and 13,000 they raised,
Yes.
which is a good amount. I think that there might be something else, like another fundraiser they do to get the rodeo grounds, because I think that I still want to see like some rodeo this season, so maybe they'll do something else, and that's like a side thing.
Yeah. Well, they did raise enough money, so they are going to have the rodeos now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that's the cool thing. I loved
Yeah.
how Sam. This was such a healing episode for Sam, and that he was willing to go in halves with Tim to raise the
Yeah.
rest
Oh,
of
yeah.
the money was a really cool thing. So yeah.
And like I wasn't expecting like him to like get that much, considering we haven't seen much of him, especially because he left such a bad impression because he stole Tim's horse again.
Yeah.
So like, and then now that he's back, I felt a little bit like it came out of like nowhere, but like I think that they still did a good job with having him healing and stuff like that, and also having him kind of he didn't exactly apologize for stealing Tim's horse, but I guess enough time has passed that I don't
Yeah.
think that if it was like more recent, then maybe they would have brought it up, but because like you think about it, from then it's probably been like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Because there is that. So then we have Lou's former boss is here from New York, and apparently she's the one who participated in the act that got Lou fired
Yes.
because she was away when her mom died at the ranch. Did you like this?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. It was really funny seeing Lou wrestle with, I'm going to give her a piece of my mind, and kind of in her head practicing what she's going to say, but when she gets up to her, she chickens out. So that was kind of a comical scene.
Yeah. I thought that when it came to like these two, we didn't know anything about her actually. First time that they mentioned her, but like I think that it's kind of cool to like see like Lou wrestle with things from her past New York, because it's something that we just haven't seen much. So I think just to have things like that again, and just to have like little snippets of it, and still being introduced, still being played in the 14th season, I think is interesting, because she had her friend that one time a few seasons back who came and ran the Dude Ranch, if you remember. So like I think that it's just cool to still have her for her friends being introduced, and also for her, because apparently she had like a lot of highs and lows when it came to New York. So for Lou to be a little bit more like meaningful and open, and actually like voice her opinion, because that's not necessarily Lou. She makes it dramatic, So I thought that they did a good job with it, and it looks like Jessica will be sticking around.
Yeah.
Because her and Tim were flirting.
Yeah.
We talked about that. Yeah.
And whether that's what it is or not, I mean, it was neat to see the reconciliation between Lou and Jessica, and it was neat to see Jessica getting something that she needs, because she did disclose that she has cancer, or that it's in remission, but she's had cancer, and so it's neat to see her healing on multiple levels, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with her as she continues to stay on at the Dude Ranch.
Yes. I think that this season they've had a lot of new characters. I think that don't think that any of them are filler or anything. I think that all of them add something. Two more points I want to add. First of all, Parker leaves at the end of the episode. And her and you just see that relationship, even though it's only lasted a few episodes, that relationship between Parker and Jack, I mean, they played it enough for us to feel some sort of way, I think. I mean, even like for a character that's only been in for a few episodes, I thought that the whole I thought it was funny, the whole Amy and Parker like in the morning like
That was cute.
Yeah, so I think that now they're doing like things, and I'm sure she'll come back. I'm assuming that she'll come back, maybe this is like the end of her character, but I would imagine she would be back.
I think it's possible. I love, once again, seeing Jack in this grandfatherly role where he just has this way with emotionally wounded children. It kind of takes you all the way back to the times with Ty when he first took Ty in. And he continues to do that. So it was really neat to see his relationship with Parker, even in that short time. The bonding that they had, and that embrace at the end was just so emotional and touching. So,
well, technically, he's a great grandpa.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Yeah.
Which I'm trying to think, is Jack's? I'm assuming Jack's supposed to be in his late 60s. I'm assuming, at this point.
At
late
least
70s
probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And then I want to say it did look like Sam and Amy were. A little bit. I think that they touched on that a little bit because I think their healing will come together through this black stallion.
Yeah.
Is what you mentioned. I think I would agree with that too. Maybe like more like a season 15 thing. But I think that we'll might see some more scenes of them together this season. Just them, having that like bond and having like Amy help Sam,
Yes.
I think that would be a cool thing.
Yes, definitely. Yep.
I think we've covered everything, but overall it was a solid episode, and I'm excited to see moving forward with 5 episodes remaining of the season. And what overall grade would you give this episode?
I gave it an A.
I would give it an A too. I think I liked it as compared to last week's, which was more dramatic. They came back with something that was a little bit more calm, so I think they did a really good job with it.
Yeah, definitely. It was a feel-good episode.
Yeah, and also like it wasn't like just like fun stuff, like it had emotional parts to it. Literally like emotional and funny were 2 words to describe this episode, I thought. So anyways, I want to thank someone for watching, and bye.